Ja. Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm kind of picking up where I left off because I posted my last video yesterday, and today I'm going to continue with decorating my new bedside table. I showed it to you in my previous video. I cleaned the bedroom and then I put that little table there, but then all my plans from that point on went out of the window because Vera hurt her arm. I'm happy to say that she's all good now. She's fine, her arm doesn't hurt anymore. Our doctor fixed it and then the pain was almost gone immediately. So thankfully she is well. I was thinking of decorating the bedside table with a few books, a candle and some flowers, because at the moment I have fresh flowers. I bought them and I have to cut the stems and put them in a vase, so I'm going to do that now. I put some of my books here, and these are my blue light blocking glasses. In here is a pen and these ears for my phone. Then here's hand cream and a bottle of perfume just because it looks pretty. And then here's a candle. I don't have a stand for it, so I just use a cardboard box with matches and the beautiful roses. And down there is a notebook for writing and my sleep mask. And then my flip-flops.
Wat is het? Dat is spannend. Ja, super spannend. Ik kan mijn ogen niet. Volgens mij is het kerstversiering. Inderdaad. Mama, dat zei ik net al. Ja, dan gaat het hele dag nu meteen versieren. Ja. Yes! Ik zit er al heel op te wachten. Wat gaan we met dit doen? Wat gaan we op versieren? Maar gaan we ook de tuin versieren? Oh, leuk! Oh, wat leuk! Mama, kijk, deze autotheespelletje die geen geluid heeft.
Oh ja.
Kijk, hij geeft geen geluid, mama. Jij geeft alle stukken. Dan zet dit in elkaar, hè? En ik ook. Ik wil ook in elkaar zetten. Wauw, echt een kerstboom.
Hey everyone, welcome to my messy kitchen on Oudjaarsdag. It's the last day of the year and I'm going to bake a few nice treats for today. The traditional food for Oudjaarsdag in the Netherlands are oliebollen. So it's a ball of dough with apples and raisins and you bake them in sunflower oil. At least that's what I'm using. My mom always makes them on Oudjaarsdag, so this is the first year I'm going to try it because I really want my children to have the same experience with homemade oliebollen on Oudjaarsdag. For now we are home and in the afternoon we're going to my parents-in-law to celebrate New Year's Eve there. So I'm going to bake some pigs in a blanket to take with me. So I'm going to bake those right now. Pigs in a blanket are one of my favorite party foods ever. I like them so much, so I'm excited to make them today. I got some puff pastry from the freezer like 20 minutes ago, so it could thaw for a bit. I rolled the beef sausages in the puff pastry and then I cut each roll into 3 separate pieces. Here I'm making some egg wash to put on top. So I have 1 egg and I mixed in a little bit of water. I brush it on the top and then I will sprinkle some sesame seeds over it and also some black cumin seeds because it gives a nice contrast in color. I preheated my oven to 200 Celsius, which is 390 in Fahrenheit, and then I baked them for about 20 or 25 minutes until they have developed some color. Here they are, looking delicious, and I'm really excited to try one. Now I'll start making the batter for the oliebollen, and I'm using my mom's recipe. She texted it to me. I will put the recipe and all the measurements in the description box below, so you can give it a try if you want to. I put flour in a bowl with nutmeg and then some warm milk. Lukewarm, it has to be a nice temperature for the yeast to rise. Now I'm going to mix everything. I start by using my handheld mixer and then I go in with my hands. After a minute or so I add the eggs one at a time. And when they are well incorporated I add salt and sugar and keep mixing with my hands for about 5 minutes. And then lastly I add the 2 kinds of raisins and apple. Now you need to put this in a warm spot so the dough can rise. So I put it in my oven. I didn't switch the oven on, but the oven was still a little bit warm from when I used it earlier this morning, so it's the perfect spot for the dough. While I wait for the dough to rise, I'm going to start with cleaning up the kitchen a little bit. By the way, see the recipe that my mom sent me. It was in a local newspaper years ago and it was written by our local baker. So that's a bit of the interesting backstory, and my mom has used this recipe for many years and we all love it. So even though I'm going to try it for the first time today, I'm really hoping it will turn out well. Now about 40 minutes to an hour you have to check the dough, and if it's risen well you have to give it a good beating. Then put it back in the oven and when it starts to rise again it's ready to use. It doesn't take very long for the dough to start rising again. I think it was about 10 minutes, and in the meantime I'm going to sweep. By the way, I forgot to film this, but I also put the oil in the pan, so that is preheating now. The oil is heated and I've got everything I need here. Spoons, an empty jar, a jar with water so I can clean my spoons, and then 2 dishes to put the oliebollen in when they're done. I'm going to put the first oliebollen in the oil and I'm using 2 spoons. I put them in the oil for a few seconds first so the dough won't stick too much to the spoons. When the oliebollen are in the oil, they should be good to go within 4 to 6 minutes. They should have a nice golden brown color and they should be cooked all the way through. Now you have to flip them after a few minutes. Sometimes they flip on their own and sometimes you have to flip them by using your spoon. Now of course when the first ones were ready they had to be tasted. They tasted very good and everyone wanted more after the first one. As you can see, I'm using a different spoon now, one small one and one big one that I use for soups. I felt it was easier this way to get the dough in the oil. I think maybe you could also use an ice cream scoop, but I don't have one, so I cannot test it for you. I really loved making the oliebollen so much and I'm already looking forward to next year when I'm going to do it again. We brought some of the oliebollen to my parents-in-law and my mother-in-law said these oliebollen were the best she's ever had. And I couldn't agree more, my mom's recipe is just the best. So if you want to try it, I really think you won't be disappointed. Let me know if you give it a go. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!